So next is the determination of the pH of a solution. So uh, you have listened this word pH so many times, and pH is the, what is pH? It is the negative log of hydronium ion concentration, and range of pH for a aqueous solution varies from 0 to 14. From 0 to 7 it's acidic solution, at exact 7 it's a neutral solution, and from 7 to 14 it's a basic solution. When pH of the solution comes to be more than 7 to, up to 14, the solution is called as basic solution. And when pH of the solution comes to be 7, then it is called neutral solution. And when pH of the solution comes to be less than 7, then it is called acidic solution. So at 7 the solution is neutral, and at more than 7, if pH of value of the solution is more than 7, then it is called basic solution, and if the value of pH is less than 7, then it is called acidic solution. So a solution can be categorized as acidic solution, basic solution, or neutral solution on the basis of pH value of the solution. There are many other ways to categorize a solution as acidic and basic. Those ways you will learn in the inorganic chemistry part. So for the in physical chemistry, it is a simple method to evaluate a solution as acidic, basic, or neutral, simply by writing its pH of this solution. So this is the pH of the solution, and pH of the solution is negative log of hydronium ion concentration. So hydronium ion concentration means, suppose that if you have a solution of HCl of particular concentration, it will dissociate into proton and HCl negative. So this is the proton concentration of this solution will tell us about the pH of the solution, and it will tell us about whether the solution, eventually it will tell us about the whether the solution is acidic, basic, or neutral. So pH is equal to negative log of either hydronium ion concentration or proton concentration. So this is the way to measure the pH. So how does the pH is measured? Through electrochemistry. Any potentiometric method available for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution will be used for the determination of its pH value. This can be done by using electrode reversible to the hydrogen ions, and there are many electrodes which are reversible to the hydrogen ion. First of all is hydrogen electrode, next is the quin hydron electrode, and third is the glass electrode. So first of all we will study using hydrogen electrode. So you know very well that at in a hydrogen electrode there is a reaction which leads to the reduction of proton and result in the formation of hydrogen gas. So this is the reaction for the this particular hydrogen electrode, and in oxidation reaction H2 gas will oxidized as proton plus electron. So there will be the formation of this proton, and concentration measurement of concentration of this proton will result in this expression, that is concentration of negative log of hydronium or hydrogen ion, which will give us the value of pH, and from that value we can categorize that solution as acidic, basic, or neutral. So a standard hydrogen electrode containing solution of unknown pH is coupled with standard calomel electrode. The complete cell may be represented as platinum Pt, hydrogen 1 atmosphere, H positive proton of unknown concentration, saltpeter KCl. So this is a electrochemical cell, KCl saturated, Hg2Cl2 solid, and mercury. So this is the expression for the electrochemical cell of hydrogen containing hydrogen electrode. So the electrode reaction at hydrogen electrode is H positive plus electron. It will gain electron and will convert itself into hydrogen gas. Further, the electrode potential of this cell half cell is given by the Nernst equation. And what does Nernst equation says? E is equal to E naught plus 2.303 RT oblique NF log of hydrogen ion concentration. So basically this Nernst equation is helpful in calculating the concentration of hydrogen ion in this hydrogen electrode, and eventually this concentration will give us the value of pH. After calculating this concentration and taking its negative log, the pH of the solution can be calculated. And since standard electrode potential for a standard hydrogen electrode is 0, SHE is the standard hydrogen electrode. For standard hydrogen electrode, E naught is equal to 0. So we further simplifying this equation, E becomes equal to 2.303 RT oblique NF. Value of N is here equal to 1. Why? Because there is the single electron change or redox reaction. So log of H positive. Substituting the value of R comma T, value of T is the 298 Kelvin, value of R is equal to 8.314 as it is a universal gas constant, and value of N is equal to 1 as I told you, and further value of Faraday is 96500 coulomb. Coulomb is the unit for the Faraday. The expression becomes, our expression become E becomes equal to 0.0591 log of hydrogen ion concentration. So the EMF of the cell is given as, so EMF of this cell can be written as, this is the cell whose EMF to be written. So this can be written as E of the cell is equal to electrode potential of right hand side electrode minus electrode potential of left hand side electrode. Right hand side electrode is the reduction electrode or cathode minus anode. So E2 minus E1, this thing we have done many a times earlier, so it's not that much complicated further. So the electrode potential of RHS electrode is 0.2415 minus 0.0591. This is the pH value of this pH. Further it is the negative log of hydrogen ion concentration. So further it becomes equal to the 0.2415 plus 0.0591 multiplied by pH. So further simplifying this equation becomes equal to pH can be calculated by E of cell minus 0.2415 divided by 0.0591. So it is basically this kind of reaction. So this is the pH, and this is how pH is calculated from the standard using a hydrogen electrode. So this is the E of the cell is calculated by this ERHS minus E left hand side, and value of ERHS is 0.2415, and further this is 0.0591, and after simplifying it, this becomes this. So further these are some are the merits and demerits of this hydrogen electrode. The hydrogen electrode gives absolute value of pH while other electrode gives relative value. However, it is not convenient for routine measurement of pH because first of all it requires hydrogen gas and it is difficult to set up and transport. So you know well the hydrogen is very much volatile, so it in this electrode involves the hydrogen gas, so it is very difficult to handle. Further, it requires considerable volume of test solution. The test solution might poison the surface of platinum electrode, and last is the potential of the electrode is altered by change in the barometric pressure. So this is the method by which we can calculate the pH of the solution using hydrogen electrode. Next is the calculating the pH by using quinhydron electrode. So first of all we have to write the structure of quinhydrone. This is the structure of quinhydrone containing two oxygen atoms at opposite positions with two proton plus two electron, and this quinone gets reduced as hydroquinone. This is OH and this is OH, hydroquinone. So this is quinone and this is hydroquinone. So the equimolar mixture of quinone and hydroquinone in the presence of protons ion shows a reversible oxidation reduction reaction. This system is represented as like this. So it is a reversible reaction. Here quinone is reacting with two protons and getting reduced itself into hydroquinone, or simply we can write Q for the quinone. It's getting two protons plus two electrons and getting converted into QH2, that is hydroquinone. The electrode potential of this half cell is given by the Nernst equation as EQ. This is a, keep it in mind that this is the half cell reaction. EQ is equal to E naught Q plus 2.303 RT over NF and log of Q, log of concentration of oxidized species, you might remembering that, divided by QH2. So this is hydroquinone. And where does this 2 comes from in power? This comes from here. It's a stoichiometric coefficient. And let me tell you again what is the definition of equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant says that raised to power their stoichiometric coefficient. So here we raise this stoichiometric coefficient to its power. Further, quinhydrone contains equimolar quantity of Q and QH2. As I told you earlier, it means equimolar means amount of the Q and QH2 will be equal. If 1 mole of quinone is present, then there will also be present 1 mole of hydroquinone. And if there is 2 moles of quinone, then obviously 2 moles of hydroquinone will be there. So basically it becomes equal. So the ratio between Q oblique QH2 will be equal to 1. So equation, above equation, that is this equation becomes EQ is equal to E naught Q plus 2.303 RT oblique NF log of H positive raised to power 2. So from this equation it is clear that potential in quinhydrone system is dependable on the concentration of H protons, H positive ions in the solution. So this potential in quinhydrone depends on the concentration of protons, as all other values are fixed. So we can rewrite according to Nernst equation that EQ becomes equal to E naught Q plus 2.303 RT oblique F2 log of H positive. So it is the log of H positive. Further it becomes equal to E naught Q plus 0.0591 log of H positive. So this concentration of protons give us the pH of the solution at 25 degree Celsius. So EQ becomes equal to E naught Q minus 0.0591 pH, and further pH can be calculated from this equation. This term becomes from the, as we wrote, 0.0591 log of H positive. And what is pH? pH is equal to the negative log of hydrogen ion concentration. So we replaced this log of H positive with this term and along with this negative sign. So it becomes equal to the, this equation becomes equal to the, by replacing this term, minus 0.0591 pH. Okay, so we put this term here. So I simplified this thing, that from where does this pH word inserted in the above equation, and from where does this negative sign inserted in the above equation, this negative sign inserted in the above equation. This was done from here, as it was 0.059 log of H positive concentration, and log of H positive concentration is basically, it is the pH along with this negative sign. So negative sign was inserted here, and this log H positive was changed with the pH. So this is the standard electrode potential of Queen hydrogen electrode is 0. So EQ is equal to E naught Q minus 0.0591 pH. Further, standard electrode potential of this E naught Q, its value is, E naught Q is equal to 0.6996 volts. So we will put this value here. So EQ becomes equal to 0.6996 minus 0.0591 pH. So further simplification of this equation will give us the value of the pH. So it is helpful in the calculation of the pH of the any of the cell. Now pH can be determined with the cell by coupling it with the any of the electrode, like a calomel electrode. So for a calomel electrode, the reaction may be written as Hg. Calomel means mixture of metal and mercury. So Hg2Cl2 in solid state. Further, KCl saturated, and H positive of unknown concentration. So it is an unknown concentration. Let me tell you why does we wrote here the unknown concentration. Further, it will be this further Q and QH2, that is hydroquinone, and further this platinum will be written here in continuity, but due to shortage of space I am writing it here. Now I had written here the unknown concentration because we want to know the concentration of this H positive to know the pH of the solution, because pH of the solution is equal to negative log of hydrogen ion concentration. So when we will know the pH of this solution, we will know the pH of the solution by knowing the concentration of this proton. So I had written here unknown concentration. So further it can be done by this pH EMF of the cell is calculated by E of the cell is equal to E right hand side minus E left hand side. Further, at right hand side it is quinone minus at left hand side it is calomel. EQ minus E calomel. Substituting the values of EMF of standard calomel electrode, that is E calomel. E calomel is equal to 0.2415, and the value of EQ from the previous equation we can write. Previous equation was, let me rewrite that equation here. EQ is equal to 0.6996 minus 0.0591 pH. Further, this equation is used here. It is used as E cell is equal to 0.6996 minus 0.0591 pH minus further 0.2415 this E calomel. So it was written here as 0.2415. So basically what we did this E cell is equal to E RHS minus ELS, EQ minus E calomel. Calomel electrodes E naught value is this and EQ is equal to this. So we put the value of EQ here and E calomel here, and from here we got to know the EMF of the cell. So the result of these cells comes to be pH of the cell come to be, by just simplifying this equation we get pH is equal to 0.4581 minus E cell divided by 0.0591. So this is the way by which quinhydron electrode can be used to, or quinone electrode can be used to understand the value of pH. So it's not so that tough actually, it's very easy, but you have to follow the steps and you must know the basic mathematics, that how does equations are simplified and where to apply which equation. So it is just simply EQ, we did for EQ we did this exercise. It was just started from the Nernst equation that we have done again and again. First of all, we had written here just a simple reduction oxidation reaction for quinone. After that we applied the Nernst equation to it. We wrote here that this, and for we, by definition we know that quinone electrode contains the equimolar mixture of quinone and hydroquinone. So equimolar mixture of quinone hydrone just simply means that the value of concentration of Q is equal to QH2. If we will take 2 moles of quinone, then there will be 2 moles of QH2. So it just make the whole thing is equal to 1 this, and there remain only this proton. Okay, so this proton remained here, and after, let me repeat here again, this square term was, after writing in the log form, this 2 comes to the coefficient here, and this value of n was also 2 here because there was 2 electrons involved in this reaction. So this 2 was cancelled with this 2, so it becomes basically 2.303 RT oblique F. So n was omitted. Why? Because a value of n was 2 and the proton value was also 2 square raised to power 2. So this 2 comes in the form of coefficient, and both of these cancelled between themselves. So simply it became equal to E naught Q plus 0.059 log of this proton at 25 degree, and this was simply we applied here the pH equation in this. We inserted the pH equation in this equation. So this equation was simplified, and further we wrote the reaction for the calomel electrode, and further E cell is equal to E RHS minus ELS, or E reduction minus E oxidation, or E cathode minus E anode, or E2 minus E1, and we simply did this thing and ultimately got this result. So this is the quinhydron electrode. So next are the last part of this topic chapter is potentiometric titrations and qualitative treatment. So what are potentiometric titrations? So basically what is the principle of potentiometric titration? In potentiometric titration, the end point of the reaction is detected by measuring the change in the electrode potential of suitable electrode called indicator electrode. Suppose that basically what does electrochemistry involve? It involves the generation of current when there are presence of ions in the solution. There is certain kind of reduction reaction or certain kind of oxidation reaction. I had told you again and again. So what does it mean? It means when we use galvanometer in these solution, they give the particular value of current. So when there will be there will be no ions in the solution, there will be no current, obviously. So this is the basic principle of potentiometric titration. In a potentiometric titration, the end point of